Hey friends, today I'm hanging a bed headboard up, so 4 2x4s, probably a little overkill on the hanging, but that's okay. It's a 6-foot headboard, and these are 6-foot 2x4s. What I'm going to do is rip a 45-degree angle on these, and on all 4 of them, and then we'll proceed with the rest of it. So let's go get a 2x4 over there. I realize it's super windy out here. Basically, I have my workbench, or I guess can't think. I have my saw set at a 45-degree angle, and I'm just going to, using the fence here, I'm going to rip the 2x4 along down there, all 4 of them. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, today I'm going to show you how to rip a 2x4 using a table saw. So what I'm doing is actually making some wooden cleats to hang a headboard. So I need a 45-degree angle on these. Let's go over the table saw. Okay, anyways, just as a word of precaution, table saws are very dangerous, so let's see what happens if you use a table saw incorrectly. Of course I can't get that angle there. If you see it, my thumb got a little careless. I was cutting at, it was about 3 in the morning, and my glove caught in the saw. So as a rule, you should use push sticks and all that. I haven't been using them, but that's what happens. I have a rule now. I don't let my fingers get within 6 inches of the blade anymore. 6 inches or 8 inches a foot. It's probably good practice to get into. So let's go ahead and rip this 2x4 and show you how to do it. Okay, I use hearing protectors and eye goggles as well. So let's get started. Alright, there we go. Notice how I didn't let my hand get within probably about 8 to 10 inches of the blade. It's probably good practice to get into if you're not going to use push sticks and stuff like that. Anyways, let's get on with the making of the cleats here. I got 2 more to go, and then we'll get to the hanging of the headboard process. Alright, so now we need to remove the screws. These brackets from the back of the headboard. So this side and the other side, and then we'll get to working on mounting our wooden cleats on the wall. Okay, this one I use the existing holes since they're nice and level, and the screws for it. So I had to drill down into the 2x4 about halfway with a larger drill bit, and then drilled through it completely with this one for the screw to fit in there. And we have that nice and equidistant there. So I marked with a pencil where the line was. Unfortunately, the 2x4s, they line up right where the crease is here, where it's been pressed in, where the frame was, so that fits nicely. And then I just screw the hole in there and attach the screw in there. It's pretty solid. Make sure your angle is facing towards the bottom of your headboard, because that's going to be setting on top of the other cleat there. So that's what we did on the first one. It's on there, and we're going to get the second one on now, right in this hole here. So, all right, we'll do that. All right, so we got this drilled out. Let's get the final screw in here, if we can. All right, get this screwed in here. It's kind of nice to have this holes in the back here. Let's screw that in. There we go. I made sure that our distance is the same from this to this and this to this. And simply screw this final cleat in here. It should be nice and solid. Oops. Okay, back it off a little bit. That is good on there. Okay, so we got our two cleats on. Now we just need to find our spot on the wall, the proper height for the bed, and then drill those cleats, drill holes for those, and put the other slide this on there. Okay, so we'll be back. All right, my friends, so the headboard is a little bit greater than 6 feet in distance, or width, sorry. So my boards are 6 feet long. I marked the middle of the board here with that mark. Between the walls here, at the ends, the middle of the wall is right here. So if I line up my middle marks, I mark this line at 30.5 inches above the ground. Okay, and how I discovered that distance is I measured from the floor to the base of the or the top of the mattress here, and gave it a little bit of space, and then I measured that to the from that. Okay, so trying to explain what I did here. The headboard rested on top of that, stuck the bottom cleat to the bottom up underneath that, flush with the other cleat, and then I measured the distance from the floor to the bottom of the cleat as it was on top of the mattress right here, and that gave me 30.5 inches. So I might go, that's what we're going to go with. Hope I explained that good, and we'll be right back here. Right now I'm just working on finding the studs. I have this line marked out that's nice and level. That's going to be the bottom of my lower cleat right there. So I just need to find studs along the wall here. Anchor that to the wall with probably 3 good sized, maybe 2.5, 3 inch wood screws into the studs, and we'll do measure the distance between the next cleat. So I'm going to get this first cleat up there, and we'll go from there. Alright, this would probably be easy with a stud finder, but I finally found some studs. Mark the corresponding spots on my wood here. And I made a mistake. This board is 60 inches, which is 5 feet. I was thinking it was 6 feet, and it was kind of throwing me off there, but it is 5 feet. Here's my middle. That's going to be lined up with the middle when I put it up, the mark we already made. I'm going to actually pre-drill some screws about halfway through the board, and then I'm going to put them up on the wall and screw it in. So let's get these. I'm using some, I believe these are 3-inch screws, so that'll give me quite a nice little bite going in there, and that's what we're going to do. Thanks for watching. Oh my goodness, we'll be right back. Okay, my friends, now I put the second cleat up on top. Once we got this one nice and level, it's pretty level. I went ahead and put the headboard on here just to double check that it was the correct height before I get the second one in here, so it's good. I'm going to go ahead and line up my holes here and mark the second cleat, so I know that this is good to go right here, because these all went into a stud. So there's my first one, second one there. I'm sorry for the camera angle. Where's my third one? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're going up here, right here. That's where we're going to be. Okay, so these are my X marks the spot, my studs right here. I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill the screws in there, find out what I need to do now equidistant. So basically what I'm talking about there is the distance between the bottom of this and the bottom of this one. They need to line up with the bottom of these two cleats also. So that will give us an equal distance between the two. So I'm going to find the distance between here to here, and then that's going to be my distance from the bottom of this one to the bottom of that one, okay? If that makes sense. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get my screw started halfway in here, and the 2x4, I'm going to mark, find out what my distance is going to be and mark a nice level line there, and we're going to get it. When I did screw it in, with this first one, I got my middle screw in first. Then it's easier to get it perfectly level after that. Then you stick your level under there, get it perfectly level, hit in your second screw. If you start with one side, you can still do it, but it's a little harder. If I'm doing it by myself, it's a little harder to hold the level and everything while you're trying to get that second screw in there. So if you do your middle screw first, that makes it just easier on you. So a little tip there. All right, my friends, we'll be right back here. All right, there it is. So I got the second one up there, and that is solid on there. So what we're going to do is grab our frame and put it on there. So it's right here, and here we go. So you're just lowering this on there, just like that. I wonder. This has got a little bit of a wobble there. I wonder if I could screw the screws into there, if that's necessary or not. Anyways, that's what it looks like. Hanging on a wall there looks pretty good. It's definitely that sturdy, but here in the middle it's not quite as sturdy because I only screwed it in the edges there. So maybe I'll put a couple screws in the actual back of the thing as well. I'll be right back. So it just has a little bit of a frame wood that runs in between here, and I sank a screw into 3 of them right there, just to give it a little bit more strength in the center. I didn't do it in the bottom one, as mainly usually if someone's grabbing a headboard, a little kid or something, they're pulling on that, and it puts a lot of strain on just the one screw in the side here. So even though it'll probably hold, I want to do 3 of these just for insurance and be a little bit more sturdy. All right, let's get that on there. Okay, my friends, let's get it on there. And it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Line up your cleats. So get the bottom one on there first a little bit. Other one on there. Get it lined up on one here. Pretty good. Not bad. Alrighty, so that is that. It's a little bit more. Why is it so wobbly there? Not really happy with that. Sometimes your boards are a little bit warped. It's just wiggling and wobbling just a little bit. And I think that's just because a little bit of padding behind there that would eliminate it, I think. But I think my cleat is just a little bit off the measuring distance. That bottom was on there again. But sturdy though. I think that's really sturdy. Alright, so that's what it looks like, my friends. Let's get the bed moved back, vacuum up all the sawdust and stuff, and give you the final look here. Alright, my friends, so as you can see, this is how it fits on the back there. And that just goes on like that, and the more down it is, the better it fits in there. So that's that. Let's get a final money shot here. Final product, and we have a nice floating headboard there, and it turned out pretty good. So thanks for watching this rather long video. I apologize. I'm not the fastest worker, but I think I do an okay job. Do the best I can. So there you go. Thanks for watching this video, my friends. Everyone have a great day. Have fun hanging your headboards.